At BFBS Creative, we are creative storytellers. We are specialists in unravelling the untold, even from the most difficult locations. We help you reach the audiences you need to reach. From documentary interviews to addressing communication hurdles and crafting your content strategy, we can do it all. We thrive in the toughest environments, ensuring your stories are told brilliantly.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the RAF Storm Shadows channel. I am once again joined by the immeasurably enthusiastic Roman in the commentary box this evening, Roman. And as you can see on your screens there, it is the RAF Storm Shadows taking on the Army Esports side. A fascinating insight into what we might come to expect in the Interservices. But for tonight, it's the Armed Forces Dungeon League. Let's get this show started.
Carries this forward, gets 50 with Fraz. Ed, get into that one. Envy tucks it away. And as I say, they need an opening goal. They have managed to get one here, 1-0.
Frazic, though, does some nice defensive work. But P finds Cedric. Cedric finds Envy. Beautiful stuff from the RAF Storm Shadows. 2-0.
With a minute and a half left to go. Envy goes for a pass to P. P with a shot. P with a goal. Tucked away in the top left corner. 2-1 to the RAF Storm Shadows. And they are shining through here after the Army. They've struggled to rotate. They struggled to get into position after kickoff. And P managing to give the RAF Storm Shadows that advantage
Didn't
again.
have a lot to work with, didn't have a lot of the goal to aim at, but he put it in the one place that it was going to go to, and Cedric makes it 3. And the floodgates are beginning to open here for the RAF Storm Shadows. A great 30-second burst, and now they've just got to hold it or even go for more.
Air power wins the matches in Rocket League, and you can't tell me otherwise as Ed will tuck that one away, and the Storm Shadows have the advantage here with 3 minutes left to go. Nothing about air superiority there. P just managing to get a pass across. A very strong 50 indeed, and Ed had an entire net to tuck it away. 1-0 to the Storm Shadows, and the Army, they've been crumbling since game 3. Control this one and take it downfield, intercepted immediately by Ed, and this pressure from the Storm Shadows has been relentless, and Envy, the man from Cosford, will tip this away to make it 2-0, and almost an improbable comeback for the Army to try and pull off with 90 seconds left to go. The way they've been playing, the RAF Storm Shadows, they're currently unstoppable.
The RAF Storm Shadows, an incredible goal. They've done it again, and it's 2-0 now, and it's 3-0 now. The lead looking unassailable.
Away, gives Ed some time here on the sidewall, gets it up. P is on the backboard lurking. Is Ed going to get this one away? No, but Envy's going to be there. Envy's going to tuck it away. It's 4-1 to the RAF Storm Shadows. Rose-tinted glasses are on, and I don't care. It is game over. The RAF have trampled the Army. 4-1, could be 5-1. I don't care what the scoreline is. It's going to be game over with 1:06 left to go. You're going to have me in the commentary box. I'm going to be hyping the boys the entire time, not just the Storm Shadows, the Sentinels and the Shadows as well. As this game comes to a close with almost P tucking away a very nice shot there, just drops at the death. Storm Shadows 3, the Army Sparrows 1, and well, the Storm Shadows did it in fashion late on.
Hi, I'm AS1T Stelios Elia. In-game, I am known as SE1997.
Corporal Elliot Greenwood, and in-game I'm known as G-Wood.
My name is AS1 Tech Edward Nussy-Waite, otherwise known as Cedric in-game.
It's already looking like they've upped the bar from last year, which is a really tough job to even do that. We are looking forward, not just myself, but as a team, to going out on that stage and representing the Royal Air Force as best as we can.
Playing up on a stage like this is the first time. We had a thing called Rank A, where it was all the top players played against each other, and then we picked our teams. I've finally made it into the first team after a lot of hard work.
Both my teammates are really talented. We gel super well. Really looking forward to playing with them on stage and seeing what we can do.
From my end, the leadership were outstanding, no issues at all.
Not just from my own personal line management, but also the Royal Air Force Esports Association backed us very well, I should say, and made sure we had all the support we needed to get here, and they're always a phone call away if we do need them for anything.
Really excited to play Coast Guard. It'll be closer than everyone thinks after playing them. We think we stand a bit of a fighting chance.
The second Air Force team, emphasis on second now. We're a solid team, 3 really good players who could do some damage for sure.
Although we are in different forces across NATO, we are colleagues, so it's nice to meet them in person and just have a laugh and play against them and hopefully beat them as well.
You ready? AFG, you're washed.
Coast Guard, you ain't as good as you think you are. We're coming for you.
Space Force, Stick to mini golf.
We're gonna win it.
No, we're not.
We're gonna win it. We're going all the way.
I thought it was good until I saw them play. The Americans will never hear the end of it if we end up winning somehow.
Look, I'll shake on it. You know me. I don't drink. I will drink heavily if we win.
That the pressure put down. Stelios with no boost thrown into corner will be wildly out of position. G-Wood needs to put the air. Don't go towards net on this one. Instead, Cedric go for the double touch. It's a beautiful finisher. 19 seconds into OT, and the RAF already going to match point.
That's right, boys. Once again, I'm joined alongside none other than Stelios. Stelios, at the very start of that match, you pointed out the fact that the strategy was aggression, was confidence. Do you personally feel like you guys delivered on all fronts?
Yeah, it was a series that we just stuck to the plan and executed it to perfection. I felt really good myself. I felt the other boys also played their part individually, and then we executed the plan as a team together. It was almost perfection, which means we've got to live up to that in the next round as well. So we can't just rest on our laurels. We've got to take it forward.
Well, for you personally, you were the first one to score goals across, I think, 2 or 3 of those matches that we saw there as well. Was that part of the game plan for you to be the force of nature, as it were, in this matchup?
I'm certainly a force of nature, but usually not in front of goal. It's usually Cedric or G-Wood that are bagging the goals when it counts. However, the way we're set up is, it doesn't matter who has the chance to score. It could be any one of us. The way we play, we create spaces for anyone to score. And it just so happened that it was me that was in the prime position to put it in the back of the net, and thankfully I did.
Half, but not for too much longer. Sentinels have broken free, although only momentarily. Now into the retreat. Cedric and Asher, not for the first time today, failing to meet the problem at the source.
That's Cedric though. Air gets just the tiniest of the resets on that ball, but it pushes it just over the edge where Asher cannot grab it.
And there's an equal response from Sames. Asher in the interception, but straight to T-Wood. Oh, and he shoots just past the post. Stelios! 2-2 at last. Another sucker punch. How strong is that proverbial jawline? And actually, you can see the severity of the situation. There's no smiles. And Sames, again, waits it out. Stelios now looking for Cedric. Oh, that's a beautiful layoff.
For Storm Shadows, of course, we're going to be showcasing the other lower bracket match as well. It's going to be coming up on your screen later on. Just a quick cut where there's only one life for the team and there is no field for mistakes.
I feel like it's easier said than done. I also worry that this might be too simple a statement to make of the situation, Jam. For the Sentinels, is it really as clear-cut as get it? And all the while, time being burned off the clock. Still 2-1 Sentinels, but that's going to change very quickly. I feel like I put on my crown, Jam. The King of Cursed is back.
For Shaman as well to look and demo or bump the player out of the way. Not on that attempt. I'm pretty sure some Shadows will be thinking about it. That's certainly one thing on Cedric's mind though. Goals, goals, and more goals.
And Cedric actually just lays off, allows Sames the room, but then wiggles his way through all on his own. Cedric to G-Wood! It's a save, but it's not enough! 2-1 Storm Shadows!
The ball caroms off the oncoming player with a series-winning goal scored just 30 or so seconds before the end of the game. It is the Royal Air Force Storm.
Spirited a performance as that was. Let us not forget that they have now tripled their game output in a single. Do apply. And that resource will eventually run out in the form of boost. Oh, very sneaky from Cedric. Lovely flick over the top of everybody. Oh, it's a spectacular from Cedric.
Space Force just a little bit. Exchange of long-range efforts, but I do love the proactivity and Reed's shot. Cedric denies it. Crossbar post out.
That is fortuitous. And now they're down the other side with a potential opportunity. G-Wood snuffed at the near post. 3 minutes plus! And they don't need the 3 minutes plus, just shy of. Cedric with a stunner, and it's match point for the Storm Shadows. Doubling up now. This suits Space Force just fine. 1-0 advantage. A slender one, yes, but one nonetheless. And Space Force relying a lot more on demos, but who needs demos, Jam? Where you've got G-Wood, what a redirect. Sometimes you got to throw that experience out the window and play the game in front of you. But I'm not going to commit to a certain way of thinking. I'll let you as the audience decide, and I'll let these players on the pitch decide. I tell you what, G-Wood is getting a bit of a handle, a bit of a knack on creating these goals out of nothing.
They do so gracefully.
You know, Space Force press not as intensive as I would like to see personally, and that's allowing the Storm Shadows not just time on the ball to get out of defense, but to get shots away, Jam, and Stelios has just put them ahead.
Cannot get it out as far as the midfield line. Still keep on returning. Cedric sees that there's just no opportunity for Ethan to raise it down from his head, and Cedric wins it in overtime for Royal Air Force. A 7-game thriller with 1 extra minute of the overtime. He is the absolute star player of that Storm Shadow side.
The runners-up rise. RAF Storm Shadows continue their lower bracket journey. The Space Force valiant until the end. But in the end, it was Cedric, a man who made a couple of mistakes earlier on, a man who let Space Force back into the game, who truly struts his stuff when it matters most. Wow.
Stelios, the most animated.
Stel, talk to me, because we had a few overtimes in this series as a whole. Game number 3 in particular, you were looking incredibly stressed. The comms between your team, I'm assuming, were a little bit chaotic.
At times it was very, very chaotic. Yeah, you're right. You're spot on with that. And in those moments, it's actually Cedric, or as we know him, Ed, who takes a second just to scream out comms, 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 comms. And then in that moment, we snap back in from whatever dream we were in previously, and we're back in, and we're locked in again. And it happened on so many occasions. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the RAF Storm Shadows channel for day 2 of the Interservice Qualifier, the first one of the year. And yesterday's action was very, very entertaining. The first time we've had over 16 teams sign up for a qualifier. We played it out in a 4-person group, 4 groups of that as well, and we qualified to day 2 for top 8. For those who are not familiar with the format, there will be 3 online qualifiers throughout the year to see which 8 teams accumulate enough points to make it to the end of year LAN to have a chance of fighting for the championship. And for those who are not aware, the RAF Storm Shadows currently are the undisputed Interservice reigning champions after winning it the first year and the second year. And they'll be looking and hoping to defend it against a very strong army outfit and indeed a much improved navy outfit in December this year. And so then for our first game, we do have a match that is seeped in history, and it is the RAF Storm Shadows against the Army Esports Falcons, another best of 5. The first time we get a look at this matchup, but bear in mind, this is not the Army strongest team. It is, that is the Buzzards, who have Wooks, Onza, and Rush. They are not in action in this qualifier, so they'll have a little bit of catching up to do, but I'm sure with a team of that strength, they will not have any dramas with doing so. So we are going to get straight into the action then. It is going to be the RAF Storm Shadows against the Army Esports Falcons. Qualifier 1, day 2. And remember, of course, this is the double elimination bracket. And so the losers here will not be out straight away. They will have a second life. And it'll be up to them to retain that position and go all the way through to the end in the upper finals, where they hopefully will try and have a rematch. And on paper, of course, these are the 2 strongest teams in the tournament on paper, but with the resurgence of the RAF Tempest looking so much more polished, and with an unreal 2 additions of Action and Reedy to that roster, you know, they look extremely dangerous. But the Army Esports Falcons taking that lead off the kickoff, and if that's anything to go by, we're going to have a goal fest here in the first game of the evening. Zishak intercepts that pass attempt from P towards Cedric, and the action continues on the way, and it's a beautiful save from Envy. Alpha UK planting that one on net. But a really good save. Now they pre-jumped into it. Can't get the return. Oh, it's almost an own goal, and Caden has to pinch it away. Alpha UK can't block the shot from Cedric. Ishak can. Cedric again looks for the pass infield. Doesn't quite connect with it, and Envy misses, and the net is wide open. Alpha going for the bump on P. Frees up the space for Caden. And Caden bags the second goal of the game for the Falcons. Brilliant start for the Army Esports Falcons. Exactly what they need to do is take their chances when they get them. And they're doing exactly that as they've come here. 2 for 2. And 2-0. I'm going to quickly just make an adjustment. Apologies for the interruption. There we go. Just so I can alt-tab and have a look at what's going on in the Twitch chat as well. Good evening to you all as you are watching. I am Team Army, Mermaid Morgana. Well, I am Team RAF, but I like that. It's nice to have you here. Welcome to the stream if it's your first time here as well. We hope you enjoy the action. This is, remember, Qualifier 1, so plenty more to look forward to across the year. And that is, of course, not even counting for the AFEI later on in June, the BFBS Pro League in September, and of course qualifiers for that in July and August as well. Then we have IDEG to look forward to. And then, of course, the big finish at the end of the year, the Interservice LAN, to see which service will either gain or retain the Interservice title. Alpha 4 UK, who never saw, to be honest, yesterday, wasn't available for selection, is back today in the double elim, and looks pretty solid so far as Caden misses that one. Open net for Cedric, and he don't think he'll make a mistake there with that one. Places it home, 2-1, the lead halved that time. Just me in the commentary box as well tonight, which means I have free license to be a bit more chilled out with people in the chat if they are chatting to me, so leave your opinions in, put your predictions in, and if you have any questions to ask about Military Rocket League, if you're watching it for the first time, feel free to ask. I am your conductor/educator for it. As Envy goes up, beautiful first touch. Delightful second, didn't quite get the reset. Cedric will go for it again. Alpha demos Envy off the ball, and Cedric's pinch doesn't quite connect. Ishak beats Pierce. Ishak again. Envy defending on his own backward. Lovely first touch. Squares up Caden. Looks to find P. P with a shot. Wide of the mark. Good setup play. And the finish just not equal to it that time. Ishak fending off P. But P does well. His boost though stolen from him. And he'll have to pass the buck here to Envy, whose 50 was a good one. And that's a hell of a ghost touch. Looked certain that connected with the car of Envy there. He'll now take control of that pass from P. It's my first time watching Military Rocket League. Well, welcome to the stream. I hope you enjoy. Who are you here to support? Is it a Falcons player? Is it the Army in general? Are you serving yourself? And if you have any questions, don't be afraid to fire away. Are you a Rocket League player yourself? Ishak. Envy jumps in front of it. Looks to flick it past Caden, who turns. P's there now. Infield towards Cedric. Can't quite climb high enough. It was a good pass. Good positioning by Cedric. Just didn't quite have the speed that time. Both of these teams, of course, will still be warming up as this series goes on. It's the first game of the day. And they will all be in the adjustment phase early on here. Cedric will have time to play, and he'll like this position that he finds himself in. Can he beat Caden? He can. Up goes P! Collects the pass from Cedric, who opened up the space wonderfully well. And the pre-flip into that delightful little pass to P, and he makes no mistake. And the RAF Storm Shadows level pegging here now, 2-2. P, pre-jumped by Alpha. Envy have some defending to do. He's bumped away, and it will be awkward here, and both Cedric and P do go for it, which means there will be a spare man. There will be a chance here for the Falcons to regain the lead. Envy again. Infield it goes towards P, who flicks it straight back to him. Hasn't quite got the boost, but Ishak isn't to know that. Deals with it well. Cedric comes across now. Chance for the Falcons on the counter-attack. Up goes Ishak towards the backboard. Envy waiting for it, though, and just soft touches it away. Nice and calm from the UK Armed Forces Player of the Year 2025. And triple Interservice champion, if you include the ones as well. P, back towards Envy. Looks infield again towards P. P gets there, but a phenomenal save from Caden, and the counter-attack chance is there. Alpha goes up, beats Envy to it. The net is wide open, and Cedric gets there. P follows up. The danger averted. Falcons looking lethal on the counter-attack. Pierce clears only as far as Alpha. Ishak can't read that one, and Cedric will. Plays a 50. Dangerously across the face of goal. Another Army player there at the back post. It was Caden that time. And arguably should have buried that one. Storm Shadows under real pressure here. Ishak, challenged by P. Really good challenge by P. It will free up the pass for Envy, who just misjudges it. And Cedric, I think he's lagging out here. But is everybody lagging out? Am I lagging out? Is it just me? Well, horrible timing. I'm not quite sure. I mean, hopefully you guys can still see me on stream. If the stream is still available, please let me know, because I don't know if I'm still live or not. It does look as if I am still live, so I'm gonna just come back to here, and you're all good. So it's a serverism, or have I just been kicked? I am not sure. Either way, I'm gonna cut to a quick break and just sort this out. We'll be back with you in a very short amount of time. My apologies for the inconvenience.
BFBS Forces News join KFOL patrols in the north of Kosovo.
We're here to create a safe and secure environment for the people in Kosovo and the people of Kosovo.
Our job, fly and fight from the home base, and we've got to be able to do that in whatever conditions.
This training is mutually beneficial to both sides. For the riflemen themselves, it's about getting that valuable training in the desert.
At the heart of Lympstone Parade Square, the King's Squad, and there could be no more special guest of honour than His Majesty the King.
And whilst I'm not moving the controls at all, I can certainly learn from what I'm seeing as to how a manoeuvre should be flown.
We are back. All teams, all players are in the lobby, so we will get straight back to the action, and it will be from the unpause mark. And we're straight back to 2-2 with 10 seconds to play. Looked like the server just completely died on us there. And Caden will have the chance here to put one away for the Falcons. It's more danger. Flashing's really awkwardly across the face of the goal here. And Cedric will put that one down, and we reset to a kickoff one more time. Envy and Alpha goes the way of the Falcons. Ishak will try and get there. Oh, it's across the face of goal, and there will be another player there. Cedric can't come across, and Caden puts it into the back of the net. And the Army Esports Falcons take the lead. Just couldn't quite settle off that kickoff the Storm Shadows, and the Falcons made full use of it. And we're off and running here in this best of 5. Remember as well, double elimination rules, so the loser of this is on their second life, and it will be well and truly last chance saloon at that point, with a lengthy run into the lower final and then into the upper final, of course with a disadvantage at that as well. And so it is over to the Storm Shadows to see what they can do to respond. But a fine effort by the Falcons there. Caden back in the winning goal that time, and after what was a fairly even affair the majority of the game, Storm Shadows came back nicely and were applying pressure before the Falcons turned the table on its head. Turned it on its head, sorry. So that's a double catchphrase used there. And the Falcons have the lead. What do the Storm Shadows have in response? Caden, only as far as P. Alpha pre-jumps. Ishak waiting on the backboard. Up goes Envy now. Ishak beaten to it by Envy. Envy goes for the flip reset and fakes out 2. A stunning solo effort from Envy. Coming up the left-hand side wall, beats Ishak, just delays the flip and commits both Alpha and I think that was Caden as well. and brings the Storm Shadows ahead here in game 2. The perfect start for the Storm Shadows. Cedric and Alpha kicking us off again. P bumped away. Chance here for the Falcons. Oh, it was dangerous, and Envy's clearance towards P was a good one. P gets the demo. Envy with a shooting opportunity. Ishak flicks it over the bar. Super save. Cedric will turn. Looks to find Envy again. Knocks it past Caden. Looking to bump Alpha as well. P with a shooting opportunity again. As far as Cedric, it is well done by Alpha. Really calm and cool defending under pressure. Had that one gone awry, it would have been a certain goal, a tap in for Cedric, but he dealt with it exceptionally well. P being chased here. Envy meeting Ishak again. It's off the backboard. Caden looking incredibly awkward. Envy's there again. Fakes for Cedric! And they're singing from the same hymn sheet now. A rough first game indeed it was for the RES Storm Shadows. The Falcons scoring clinically and playing really effective Rocket League. But they have been nullified early on in this first game. Still plenty of time, of course, for that to change. But the Storm Shadows will be delighted with how they've started here. Ishak, and you can see there a line of Falcons players. They've got to spread out a little bit. They've got to push out and have a man challenging rather than all on the same line. There'll be a chance here for them though now as P has to rise quickly to clear that one. Alpha off the sidewall. Ishak shooting chance and Cedric has to tap it wide. Better from the Falcons. They've come alive again here. This is going a second goal down. Alpha. Oh, challenge wonderfully by P. Will there be a Falcons player there to defend it? Not this time. It's 3. And full control of the second game here. Going the way of the Storm Shadows. P bagging that goal. Super challenge on Alpha. Not giving them a moment to breathe. Also, chat, if you can let me know, is the audio mix good? Am I too loud? Is the game too low? Is there anything else you guys in the chat would like to happen to the audio mix to make it more comfortable listening for yourselves? Please do let me know. I'm open to suggestions and improvements. That's another demo. Cedric goes up for it. Into the empty net it goes. And it's a 4th goal added. Good balance, brother. Thank you very much, Connor. You're a legend. Do you know if you're... I don't suppose you're any closer to knowing if you are able to attend with us this year's AFEI? Even if it is like the 19th, is that like a confirmed thing yet, or are you still waiting? All good, thank you very much. Mermaid Morgana, appreciate that. Pete. To the corner it goes. It was a crucial touch with limited boost as well, by the way. That would have been a tap-in for, I think it was Caden. That's pinched awkwardly by Alpha. And MV sets himself up, gets the reset. Goes for the musty flick as well. It's a big, big boom, and it's tapped home by Cedric. They combine again. To be honest, Connor, I'm pretty sure there'll be space. We'll have to do some like logistics planning, I think, but I'm pretty sure there will be space for it. Northern Lions said, second time watching Rocket League, first time was last night, we're here for Ishak. Love that. Are you guys friends of his in real life, or family members, or it's nice that you're here. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad this is we're privileged to have you as the second this is your second experience of Rocket League. Cedric has to climb deep into the net to try and save that one. Alpha there for it, has to leave it for Ishak, who's last man now. Alright, Connor, I mean, I hope you know that she's more than welcome. I can imagine, of course, with the circumstance that you mentioned, that I'm not sure that you want to put on stream, that why you'd want to be on your own if she does come, but you are both more than welcome in the B&B. Yeah, it's not a problem at all, but I understand. Cedric, 2 minutes to play here in the second game. Musty flick. Caden catches. Lovely catch. Can he find the pass in field? Envy's challenges, but he has a really awkward touch to deal with. He deals with it exceptionally well. Envy limited on boost, but has enough. Confident play. Same course. Ah, nice. Awesome. Welcome to the stream. This is the REF, obviously, as you can probably see, the REF. This is our Twitch stream for our Rocket League teams, and we host the Interservice stream on here very regularly, including the LAN at the end of the year, which we're going to hopefully try, which we will also be streaming on the other platforms as well, the Army and the Navy Twitch channels and other socials, which we did on the restream last year, which was really, really cool, actually. Hopefully going for another bigger and better year at the Interservice as well. 16 teams originally signed up, which is the most amount we've ever had. So exciting times ahead. Storm Shadows in a little bit of a party mood in this game, and it's gone so well. They just got to make sure that they repeat the lethality that they showed in this game in the next one as well. Cedric looking for a redirect off of P's pass. Envy cuts it home as well. Caden there to save an Alpha, and Caden doing a fine job of keeping goal number 6 out. Up goes Ishak. Can he find the remaining touch for at least a consolation goal this game? But Envy found the save. Up goes Cedric again. 1 reset, 2 reset. Doesn't get the flick that time. P though puts it goal bound. Caden left really, really awkward. It's going to bounce down. It will be goal number 6 for the RAS Storm Shadows. And it's a good response after losing that first game in overtime. Ishak in field. They've maybe one more chance for a consolation, but I don't think Alpha was expecting the miss there from the Storm Shadows' last man. It's a beautiful solo effort though by Caden, and they do find the goal to at least halt the momentum of the Storm Shadows in the second game. Wonderful first touch by Caden, equally lethal second, and gets the bump on Envy as well, and 6-1 the scoreline. And if anything, it will be confidence boosting for the Falcons here in the next game. Gives them something to build from. P, challenged by Ishak, and it's a good challenge, but it won't matter. It's the Storm Shadows who take game number 2, and it's back to all square as we were here. Best of 3. Brief look at the stats. It was Cedric who bagged a hat-trick of goals. P bagging a brace, and Envy with just a singular goal, but 3 assists. As well, that beautiful musty flick assist into Cedric as well, who taps it home. And Caden with the solo goal for the Falcons there in the last few moments. And both teams will be wanting to get straight back into the action. Of course, we will be keeping you up to date with the happenings in the off-stream games as well. But for now, we resume our focus here between the Storm Shadows and the Falcons. Alpha. Dangerously across the face of goal again. Caden can't quite get there. P. 50s with Ishak, and it's a good one as well. They can push out and challenge Alpha. Cedric does just that. It's awkwardly down. Can MP read it? No, he can't. He's almost there. Envy keeps the pressure, though, inside the Storm Shadows attacking third. Still there, Cedric, and he'll go now try and control it. Alpha bumped away by Cedric. Series of chain dashes there from Alpha as well. Goes Cedric. Oh, it's a beautiful bang, and Envy has a chance here to put it back across the face of goal. P there, meets Ishak, Envy will turn on it. Lovely fake as well from Envy, and Alpha does really well to tip that one wide and just temporarily alleviate the pressure that the Storm Shadows were building, but it's straight back at them. Pierce with a shot at the far post and Caden away. Now the chance for a counter-attack. Thwarted though by Envy coming off the ceiling. It's constant Storm Shadows pressure right now. But the Falcons not budging, unmoved right now. And here's a chance of their own to score. Before the clearance from Cedric just thwarts it away again, and Envy will keep rotating as infield it goes again. Cedric's there, combination with P. And they both went for it, which was a big risk to be honest. But it worked, and it found the bottom left. And a combination of Alpha, and I think that was Caden flying across the net, could do nothing to stop that one. The Storm Shadows have the lead again. Ishak wraps round. Can he find a shot? It was a good chance as well. Arguably a player of Ishak's quality there should be doing much better. He's going for the flick as well. Missed by Ishak. Can't get the boost, so he's gonna have to rotate back here. And Cedric takes over the pass from P. Up goes Alpha. Infield towards P, and P has a chance for the reset. Gets the reset as well. Commits one. And Envy goes up. Will he put it down for Cedric? He does put it down for Cedric. And P can rotate it back in. Shooting opportunity. And saved by a resilient Falcons defense again. Good patient play though by Storm Shadows so far. They're building the pressure, they're building the chances, the goals will come. Ishak, chance for a double. Doesn't quite read it, but Caden does! Shooting opportunity, and again, a really good chance for the Falcons goes begging. Envy plays it back to himself, gets the 50 as well, and P has to wait. Faced by 2 Falcons players. Looking for bumps here, which he does get on Ishak, and does enough to put them off. Leaves it for Captain Cedric. Bit of lag, but we were recovered. And Alpha challenging Envy again. P, infield to Cedric, shooting chance again, and it's a big, big miss hit. And we have the first Gobby super sub chat of the game, of the stream. I mean, is he a super sub? And I love Gobby. I love Gobby, and I wish he was, you know? I wish he was. Envy towards Cedric, has a chance for a solo play. Choosing to go off the ceiling. Ishak was waiting for it. The lag is Rotonite G's. Yes, my internet is rather questionable, shall we say, in the block. Definitely waiting for Slam to ease my pain and be like Envy, who has 1 gigabit internet in his block. The scoreline remains 1-0. Connor, is it really interrupting the stream, the lag? Like, is it lagging the stream as well, or is it just the game stuff that's lagging? And P will have an empty net to go into, leaves it to roll into the back of the net. Envy credited with the goal. P stylishly letting it run past him. NZ Esports, no, it's not bad. Thank you very much. Had a couple of minutes, but it's alright. Cool. Yeah, I can only apologise. Block Wi-Fi is not that great sometimes. But in February next year, I'll be in brand new blocks with brand new internet. Looking forward to it. Does Ishak and Caden rising for it. Chance for Alpha. Can he put one on net to at least give them half a chance in this final minute? No, not that time. P again. Infield it goes. Playing it back to Cedric. Good play by Pierce. Up goes Cedric. Limited boost, but gets the reset, I think. He did, and he actually used it well, and it's left Caden really, really awkward. P at the near post again. It's ricocheted away. Should have been a third. And Cedric looking to find Envy, who will take control of the pass. Looks to fake. Ishak puts the ball where it's awkward for the Storm Shadows. Now this is where they need to capitalize. They've got to take some risks now, the Falcons. They've got it in them. They're good enough players here to take the risks and for them to come off. And that is this incredible set of chain dashes from Alpha again. Mesmerizing almost. It's a good shot as well to boot, but Cedric rotating well. Smart play from the Storm Shadows just to alleviate pressure from themselves. And there's the big punt downfield from P. And it will secure game 2, I'm pretty sure now, for the RAF Storm Shadows. They won't concede 2 in 5. And for the Falcons, it's a complete reset required. Will they use a timeout? Timeouts are, of course, an option. Time will tell. It is the Storm Shadows who take game 3 and now have a double match point to go and go into the next round, I should say. Stat-wise, that time, the goals coming from Cedric and Envy arguably could have been a few more for the Storm Shadows, but the Falcons defending very, very well. This Kitch guy is... Okay, so why have you got multiple... Okay, so what is going on, Kitch? I mean, why have you got about 18 accounts? Can somebody... Like, am I missing something here? Kitch221, Kitch112211. What is going on? Okay, okay, I don't know anymore. You're duplicating. Why? And why? Why are you duplicating? I've got to know. You tell me. Game 4 we go. What's the score? It is 2-1 to the RAF Storm Shadows in the series. Have you played your series against the Nighthawks yet? And we're off and running. Envy, infield to Cedric. Really nice pass, really good shot, and just away off the crossbar. Storm Shadows threatening early here. Yeah, we won 3-0. Congratulations. Do you have chills too? Really nice one for sorting out that document earlier. Well done. Hopefully you can see it's not a problem for when you have to do it again. Alpha, lovely fake, really good effort, and Cedric coming across to make a really vital save. It was so well worked by the Falcons there. But unfortunately for them, Cedric rotating perfectly to bring that one, to save that one, sorry, off the line. Better start though from the Falcons here. Do you have chills too? What do you mean, Jasmine? What do you mean, do I have chills too? I do have the air conditioning unit on in my room, so it is pretty cold. I wouldn't quite say I've got chills though yet. Envy, big, lengthy punt downfield, and it's controlled nicely by Caden. Ishak follows up and plays it back towards Caden again. Infield it goes. Hasn't got the boost for a double touch, but Envy is playing smartly there to avoid a demo from Ishak. Has the boost for a musty and a flick as well, but it's a fine save by Caden. Up goes Cedric, looking to beat Caden, and he does just that, just about. P looking to drop it down, and it was really, really tight. But again, defended well by the Falcons, who look to build an attack now. Envy playing it away to the left-hand side. P will take over the play. Ishak. Cedric. Ishak again. Another chance for the Falcons to make their mark on this game. Limited boost on the cards of Envy and Cedric, but they make the most of it there, and it's defended smartly. Envy with some time here. Up he goes. Challenged by Alpha. Beats Alpha. Leaves it to Cedric. Shooting chance again, and it's a wonderful save by Ishak. And I feel like we've said that a lot of times in this series so far, but the pressure comes straight back towards them over Cedric. Envy will scamper across. But tries to fake Alpha. Alpha's touch is a really good one. Sets himself up nicely. But the shot. Unfortunately off the crossbar and away. And once more, it's in the attacking third of the RAF Storm Shadows, punted away by Ishak, and P with left a little bit awkward, but it's a double commit now, which means Alpha, if he does go, is a really big risk. But it was a risk worth taking. And there's a shot again. Can P save it? He can. The follow-up from Caden is saved. Attack after attack by the Falcons, but they can't break the deadlock right now. Up goes Ishak again. Not away by Cedric. The chance for Caden into the back of the net. And just over the halfway mark, the Falcons take the lead after a really good spell of pressure. Cedric and Alpha doing battle on the kickoff, followed up by Caden. As far as Envy now, who will have time here to work with. Lovely fake to beat one. Musty flick to beat the second if he can beat Alpha as well. We'll try and 50 with Caden. Fine individual play by Envy, and the resultant shot from P just wide of the mark. Envy, no boost, has to rotate all the way back now. Oh, it's dangerous here for the Falcons. They're panicking just a little bit. They've just got to retain their composure and calmness here. Cedric beats one. Leaves it for Envy. And then Cedric couldn't shoot the pass from Envy, and the counter-attack deadly from the Falcons. 2-0 with a minute and a half to go. They're in a really good spot now to force a game 5. Cedric and Alpha once again. Envy somehow passing to himself, not quite sure how. Cedric goes for the solo play again. Can he find one touch? He can. Plays it back. Nobody there though. Caden bumped by P. Envy beats one again. Ishak will go for it. P scampers across. Alpha challenges him. Envy challenged by Caden again, and it's over him this time. Ishak rises for it. Beaten. And that last touch beats Cedric as well, which means Alpha one-on-one. Good demo. And P plays it back towards Envy now. Calm defending by P. Flip reset opportunity. Really nice cut. What a cut that was by Caden, by the way. That would have surely been a goal, or at least a significantly improved chance of being a goal without that impressive cut by Caden. And the chance as well for Alpha to put one away for 3. They bagged the hat-trick. And the Army Esports Falcons forcing game 5. They defended well, they stayed disciplined. They rode the wave of Storm Shadow's pressure. And they provided the perfect sucker punch at the other end as well. And arguably could be closing on the 4th hit almost a rout here in the fourth game. We are set to go to game 5. Can the Storm Shadows find at least a goal for the road? Not that time. The shot far too weak there. And Alpha has one more chance to put a fourth away. Ishak cuts. Cedric bumped away. And it will be now a tense wait for a game 5. Just a quick water break for your caster, so I'm going to leave you in the lovely hands of the stats screen. Have a little read of and digest that, and I'll be back with you as soon as the game starts. Here we go then. Game 5 it is. Cedric looking to provide an early first goal and almost gets it as well. Beats one, but Alpha again rotating nicely. He comes across. Chance here for Caden to put one on net. Does so. Really nice clearance though by Cedric. Ishak has to just watch his positioning a little bit. Goes touch on Cedric's car. Envy will control. Alpha comes across again and just waits for the shot from Envy. Smart defending by Alpha. Can I have him in a bracket? Yes, I can. As soon as this game is done, we'll update the bracket and we'll make sure everything is up to date as Envy puts one away for 1-0. Or maybe I can do it. Nah, it's gonna have to wait. I'm so sorry. It's just too much to do whilst I'm trying to cast. If I had a co-caster, I probably could have done it. But. And so Storm Shadows draw first blood. P gets the reset. Up goes Envy. Shooting chance again. Into the top right it goes, and that is clinical. I think that has been a real downfall of the Falcons game, is because they get in such good positions and they're all really fast players, but they double commit at the worst times and it puts them on the back foot. It leaves them unable to break pressure. And also because of the double commits, as they will have a chance to put one away. Cedric can't come across, and it is 2-1. But they can't, because they keep double committing, they can't sustain any pressure when they do get the ball out. And that is one of their major problems at least I've seen currently from their performance in this first series. Of course, they're still a young squad as well. Like I don't imagine that they've been together for that long. Cedric, his shot saved there. Falcons firing straight back though, which means the lead hard, but P's so sharp, so alert, read the play wonderfully, and puts it home into the empty Falcons net. Leapt like a salmon to restore the 2-goal lead. Hashtag Gobby would have won this in 3. You know, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. It is what it is. P. Chance to ban this one long. Looking for the captain Cedric, but he's just missed out on that delicate little flick. Caden. Up goes Cedric. And by the way, can any army players, if anyone's watching from the army, can anybody confirm that I'm saying Caden's name right? Is it indeed Caden? I haven't confirmed that yet, so I don't want to butcher his name. So if anybody can let me know, I would appreciate it. But I believe it is Caden, based on how it's spelt there. Demo though on Cedric, which means there is a chance here for the Falcons to get at least 1 goal back. P has to touch it and does. Cedric, no time to work with here. Caden will rush forward for it. Envy away. And now this is much better rotation from the Falcons. Much more polished here. But there is a demo to come on in the net. Wide open for now. And it's a horrible bounce, which Cedric has to come in and take over, which leaves P last temporarily. But again, the speed of P, far too quick. And there's another chance for a centre, but the bounce once more against the Storm Shadows at the moment. But they keep the pressure alive. Caden away. Gobby would have won on his own. Right, so now we're just pushing it, are we? So now we're just pushing it. Envy. Time to take a touch, time to work with. Cedric. Lovely flick as well infield towards P. And Envy will take over the shot into the empty net. And I'm not quite sure where the Army defense... I think Ishak was beaten first. And Caden simply left the goal to go and get boost. We've all been there. We've all done it. I am certainly guilty of that play on numerous occasions. And Envy says, yes, please and thank you. Into the empty net it goes. And the Storm Shadows looking dominant here in Game 5. P playing it to himself. Lovely touch that he can follow. Cedric, last man here, has to watch the touch of Alpha. It's a delightful little flick from Alpha as well. Envy, a little bit awkward. Alpha challenges. Up goes Caden. Danger here. The Falcons have got to capitalize. They can't let the Storm Shadows out now. They've got to keep the press alive. Not rotating back fully. Good shot by AP on the counter attack. And you can see the pressure broken by the Storm Shadows relatively simply. And they're able just to launch another counter-offensive. Cedric. Infield it goes again. Envy. Alpha. Ping-pong ball in midfield here. P touches it and Caden intercepts. Through goes Envy. In towards Cedric. Into that left-hand side corner. Caden on his own. Has to defend well and he does. Good calm touch infield. But is there a Falcons player to follow up? No. And therefore the ball will come straight back to the Storm Shadows, and it's Envy with another sideball read. In fine form is Envy today. Playing it to himself and a triple commit. And you just can't afford to make that mistake at this level. It's going to be punished 99% of the time. And unfortunately for the Falcons, this wasn't the 1 percentile. 5-1. With just over a minute to play. Falcons certainly made a huge fight of this. A tense Game 1 win. A dominant Game 4 win. But they couldn't make it count in Game 5. They do want to get one back here. Courtesy of that mistake from Cedric. Who great passes himself. But you just can't see it happening. Conceding another 3 inside this final minute. Teammate throwing, says Envy. Ah, so funny. Cedric. Time for a soft touch. Yay go Ishak, says Mermaid Morgan. Well, Ishak, when you're watching this back, you were very, very well supported. He's got a chance to put one into the back of the net as well, which would have been a perfectly timed goal. But no, it's saved. Up goes P now. Looking for Captain Cedric. But instead, it's Caden with a shot. Envy limited boost, but he's saved it well. P with a really nice cut as well. To prevent Alpha from having a clean shot on goal. It's a lovely fake by... I think that was P, and Ishak just unfortunately bought it. Which is understandable. They have to take risks at this stage of the game to try and get back into it. You can understand why he was there. It just didn't pay off that time. And the Storm Shadows, I would say, secure the win with that 6th goal of the game. .20 seconds to go. The players will see this one out. Will there be one more goal for the road for the Army Esports Falcons? Potentially not, as P takes it into the corner. Envy, last man with no boost on his own. He's just bumping. I absolutely love that. And Alpha makes them pay for it. A little bit of fun had by those players. And you can see in the top left there, they're having a good time. They're enjoying themselves. And the good thing about this is the games are always played in fantastic spirit for the sport, for the esport. And it is the Storm Shadows victors here in the first game of the day. Which takes us through the first of our round 1 upper bracket games. And so we will update the bracket for you and we'll let you know what's happened in the off-stream games as well before we bring you our next round. Take care for now.
BFBS Forces news, join KFOR patrols in the north of Kosovo.
We're here to create a safe and secure environment for the people in Kosovo and the people of Kosovo.
Our job, fly and fight from the home base, and we've got to be able to do that in whatever conditions.
This training is mutually beneficial to both sides. For the riflemen themselves, it's about getting that valuable training in the desert.
At the heart of Lympstone Parade Square, the King Squad, and there could be no more special guest of honour than His Majesty the King.
And whilst I'm not moving the controls at all, I can certainly learn from what I'm seeing as to how a manoeuvre should be flown.
This year, 337 recruits have completed training. That's a first-time pass rate of 99.7%, which is incredibly high.
So we have a philosophy on this ship called the Way of the Warrior Sailor. It argues that in order to create morale, you must love and value everybody.
This beam here came from HMS Indefatigable. The beams from the Armada were eventually integrated into the pub.
At BFBS Creative, we are creative storytellers. We are specialists in unravelling the untold, even from the most difficult locations. We help you reach the audiences you need to reach. From documentary interviews to addressing communication hurdles and crafting your content strategy, we can do it all. We thrive in the toughest environments, ensuring your stories are told brilliantly.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the RAF Storm Shadows channel. I am once again joined by the immeasurably enthusiastic Roman in the commentary box this evening, Roman. And as you can see on your screens there, it is the RAF Storm Shadows taking on the Army Esports side. A fascinating insight into what we might come to expect in the Interservices. But for tonight, it's the Armed Forces Dungeon League. Let's get this show started.
Carries this forward, gets 50 with Fraz. Ed, get into that one. NB tucks it away. And as I say, they need an opening goal. They have managed to get one here, 1-0.
Frazic, though, does some nice defensive work. But P finds Cedric. Cedric finds Envy. Beautiful stuff from the RAF Storm Shadows. 2-0.
Approximately a minute and a half left to go. Envy goes for a pass to P. P with a shot. P with a goal. Tucked away in the top left corner. 2-1 to the RAF Storm Shadows. And they are shining through here after the Army. They've struggled to rotate. They struggled to get into position after kickoff. And P managing to give the RAF Storm Shadows that advantage
Didn't
again.
have a lot to work with, didn't have a lot of the goal to aim at, but he put it in the one place that it was going to go to, and Cedric makes it 3! And the floodgates are beginning to open here for the RAF Storm Shadows. A great 30-second burst, and now they've just got to hold it, or even go for more.
Air power wins the matches in Rocket League, and you can't tell me otherwise as Ed will tuck that one away, and the Storm Shadows have the advantage here with 3 minutes left to go. Nothing about air superiority there. P just managing to get a pass across. A very strong 50 indeed, and Ed had an entire net to tuck it away. 1-0 to the Storm Shadows, and the Army, they've been crumbling since game 3. To control this one and take it downfield, intercepted immediately by Ed, and this pressure from the Storm Shadows has been relentless, and Envy, the man from Cosford, will tuck this away to make it 2-0, and almost an improbable comeback for the Army to try and pull off with 90 seconds left to go. The way they've been playing, the RAF Storm Shadows, they're currently unstoppable.
The RAF Storm Shadows, an incredible goal. They've done it again, and it's 2-0 now, and it's 3-0 now. The lead looking unassailable.
Gives Ed some time here on the sidewall, gets it up. P is on the backboard lurking. Is Ed going to get this one away? No, but Envy's going to be there. Envy's going to tuck it away. It's 4-1 to the RAF Storm Shadows. Rose-tinted glasses are on, and I don't care. It is game over. The RAF have trampled the Army 4-1. Could be 5-1. I don't care what the scoreline is. It's going to be game over with 1:06 left to go. You're going to have me in the commentary box. I'm going to be hyping the boys the entire time, not just the Storm Shadows, the Sentinels and the Shadows as well, as this game comes to a close with almost P tucking away a very nice shot there, just drops at the death. Storm Shadows 3, the Army Sparrows 1, and well, the Storm Shadows did it in fashion late on.
Hi, I'm AS1T Stelios Elia. In-game, I am known as SE1997.
Corporal Elliot Greenwood, and in-game I'm known as G-Wood.
My name is AS1 Tech Edward Nussey-Waite, otherwise known as Cedric in-game.
It's already looking like they've upped the bar from last year, which is a really tough job to even do that. We are looking forward, not just myself, but as a team, to going out on that stage and representing the Royal Air Force as best as we can.
Playing up on a stage like this is the first time. We had a thing called Rank A, where it was all the top players played against each other, and then we picked our teams. I've finally made it into the first team after a lot of hard work.
Both my teammates are really talented. We gel super well. Really looking forward to playing with them on stage and seeing what we can do.
From my end, the leadership were outstanding, no issues at all.
Not just from my own personal line management, but also the Royal Air Force Esports Association backed us very well, I should say, and made sure we had all the support we needed to get here, and they're always a phone call away if we do need them for anything.
Really excited to play Coast Guard. It'll be closer than everyone thinks after playing them. We think we stand a bit of a fighting chance.
The second Air Force team, emphasis on second there. They're a solid team, 3 really good players who could do some damage for sure.
Although we are in different forces across NATO, we are colleagues, so it's nice to meet them in person and just have a laugh and play against them and hopefully beat them as well.
You ready? AFG, you're washed.
Coast Guard, you ain't as good as you think you are. We're coming for you.
Space Force, stick to mini golf.
We're going to win it.
No, we're not.
We're going to win it. We're going all the way.
I thought it was good until I saw them play. The Americans will never hear the end of it if we end up winning somehow.
Look, I'll shake on it. You know me, I don't drink. I will drink heavily if we win.
That the pressure put down. Stelios with no boost thrown into corner will be wildly out of position. G-Wood needs to put it to the air. Don't go towards net on this one. Instead, Cedric go for the double touch. It's a beautiful finisher. 19 seconds into OT, and the RAF already going to match point.
That's right, boys. Once again, I'm joined alongside none other than Stelios. Stelios, at the very start of that match, you pointed out the fact that the strategy was aggression, was confidence. Do you personally feel like you guys delivered on all fronts?
Yeah, it was a series that we just stuck to the plan and executed it to perfection. I felt really good myself. I felt the other boys also played their part individually, and then we executed the plan as a team together. It was almost perfection, which means we've got to live up to that in the next round as well. So we can't just rest on our laurels. We've got to take it forward.
Well, for you personally, you were the first one to score goals across, I think, 2 or 3 of those matches that we saw there as well. Was that part of the game plan for you to be the force of nature, as it were, in this matchup?
I'm certainly a force of nature, but usually not in front of goal. It's usually Cedric or G-Wood that are bagging the goals when it counts. However, the way we're set up is it doesn't matter who has the chance to score. It could be any one of us. The way we play, we create spaces for anyone to score. And it just so happened that it was me that was in the prime position to put it in the back of the net, and thankfully I did.
Welcome back to the RAF Storm Shadow stream. We are into our next round of play, and I will give you a brief rundown of what is going on elsewhere. So the full rundown for round 1 then was, as you all observed on stream, the Storm Shadows victors over the Falcons 3-2 in that tense Game 5. We had the Royal Navy Esports knocking the Royal Navy Tridents down. So it's an unfortunate matchup there. Navy knocking down Navy, but not knocking out the Navy. Tridents anyway, they go down to the lower bracket now with a 3-0 win of their own. The RAF Shadows beating the British Army Merlins 3-0 as well. I think there was 2 9-goal games there from the Shadows in that game as well. And the RAF Tempests 3-0 against the RAF Nighthawks. Therefore, in losers round 1 now, off stream will be the Army Esports Falcons taking on the Royal Navy Tridents, and indeed the British Army Merlins taking on the RAF Nighthawks. In round 2, we stay on stream with the RAF Storm Shadows taking on Royal Navy Esports, which will be their first experience on stream in the new season, which is exciting for me. I love the Navy players. They are all fantastic people. They're a great bunch, and they're a fantastically improved team as well this year. And the Shadows and Tempests is the off-stream game in round 2. And so, with that said, it will be two promising sides. The Royal Navy Esports side taking on the RAF Storm Shadows. Can they thwart the momentum that the Storm Shadows are carrying at the moment? Time will tell, but we are here to find out together as we head into the action live in day 2 of the Interservice first qualifier of the year. It will be Royal Navy Esports away to your right-hand side in orange, and the RAF Storm Shadows in blue as P goes up Horizons, who many of us in the RAF know and absolutely adore, alongside Stimplebog and Poggy, who is a name I haven't quite seen in a while. Why do I feel like Poggy is an old name? It's been around for ages in the Navy Rocket League scene, which I could be wrong here. Somebody correct me in the name if you are in the chat watching. Psycho, I love that you guys are doing a watch party. Shout out to everybody in the RGN server watching along. Hope you guys are having a good evening. Hope you guys are enjoying the action, of course, live on the RAF Storm Shadows channel, and indeed the RAF Esports YouTube platform as well, where you can, of course, catch the VOD on a permanent basis, unlike Twitch, which unfortunately deletes them after 14 days. Poggy down into the penalty area. Chance here for the Navy. Horizons keeping alive, and Cedric into Envy. Envy drops it in towards the right-hand side for P. P will take the boost here. Square up with Horizons, who with limited boost does really well, actually. Me and Gobby watch partying, and Jasmine, I guess. Good evening to the three of you as well. Always appreciate you guys watching and supporting. Who are you guys rooting for? Which team are you rooting for? I know you have history with the Hurricanes, Gobby, but obviously Hurricanes aren't playing. They didn't make the top 8, sadly. Which team are you rooting for? I'm kind of curious. And by all means in the chat, please do let me know what teams are you rooting for. We've had Army in there before. I'm sure we'll have some Navy in there now, as the Navy Esports team are proving to be quite the match here for the Storm Shadows. They're finding each other well. It's Horizons into Stimple. And P puts some pressure on the car of Poggy. Oh, it's a loose touch in field, and Cedric puts it away, bottom left. And after a really disciplined start from the Royal Navy Esports first team, a slight error from Poggy there, just a bit of a heavy touch on the backboard. Ricochets away to Cedric. And he makes the most of the space he's got. And it's 1-0 to the Storm Shadows. Dimple, loop down to Horizons. Chance here for the Royal Navy, but saved expertly by Envy with cat-like reactions. Poggy. Lovely 50 inside. Cedric there again. Off the backboard it goes. Stimple, chance for a bang. Chance for an equalizer. Can he follow up? He can! And the Navy, just like that, back on level terms. I think P was caught on low boost there at the back. And the goal was wide open for Stimple, and the man of that level of experience for the Navy. He's been there and done that on countless occasions. In Interservice Rocket League, at the AFI even for the Navy. Not going to miss those. Envy with a nice high flick, making Horizons awkward. Cedric there again. Chance for P. They're queuing up to score, but neither of them can put the ball away. And the Navy can build an attack out of defense if they can get the ball away. Envy and Cedric both going for it. Double commit now. And it leaves Stimple one-on-one with P. And P with limited boost doesn't get a convincing save, but it does enough. And another triple commit from the Storm Shadows there. Either playing really nervous or having a bit too much fun. As P settles the play with a nice soft touch, plays it to himself, commits 2 Navy players. Can he find the 50 into the back of the net? No, he can't. And that one in the field from MV, too awkward for Cedric. He doesn't go for it. Instead, it's P playing it towards Envy. Lovely soft touch in towards himself. Horizons will go for it as well. Drops it below him. Up goes Cedric again for the shot. And away it goes. Cedric. Horizons with a chance to clear. Envy cuts across. Will take the boost as well. One flip reset. And also going for the bump. Poggy watched it all the way though. Fine defending by the Navy, who've been under pressure, but they've looked relatively comfortable in dealing with it. P. Poggy. Inside it goes. Horizons. Lovely first touch from Horizons. Envy left on his own here to deal with this ball, which he does. And Poggy, a chance for a double, doesn't get it, he has to leave it. One more chance for the Navy here that arguably should have been a goal. And they're punished on the counter. Cedric into the empty net, and the Storm Shadows retake the lead with just over a minute to go. P coming off the backboard. Can he go coast to coast? No, he can't. Swiftly blocked by the car of Poggy. Cedric double into himself. P with a little flick in towards the corner. Horizons touch infield towards Envy. Envy's there. Brilliant shot. Brilliant goal. And that is the clinicality that this man possesses. He can turn nothing into something in the blink of an eye. As the Storm Shadows take a firm hold here of game one. Envy. Heavy touch. Stimple almost